This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
There. Bandit. Mike's 59.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Tyler Lockett, 38 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He completes it to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons! Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Check.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Ryan now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They run it with Carson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
380.
Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 34.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3rd and short, it's Procise. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Watch 44. Tighten up.
They'll go with Procise. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. And this one complete to Smith. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Ryan, it's caught. Smith. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. On 1st down, Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Alert, alert, alert. Kill. Under 10, under 10, 10. One left, run.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson forced out to his left. That's caught by Hollister. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. On 1st down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And out. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Hey, check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
52 the mark, boys. 52. Check. I'll go special. Hey, 0.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
12. 52, right 52. Hold up. Front left.
Wilson will throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Check the out. Alert. Check 52 is the mic. Check 52 is the mic. Hey, we got to get to the punch bluff. Let's get convert.
Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls, and this isn't working, and they're shutting them down.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Here's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll run it, and he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Ryan. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29.
Snap, I am streaming.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Jones has it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Well, go. 52. Yeah.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
5 down. Stand up in. Well left.
Now Wilson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Touch 50.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, 46 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
What? 380! Mike 29. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. Watch switch. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now it's Carson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson flush to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, 28 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And fights through one man. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 68 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. These two teams all tied after one. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Unable to corral him. He fights through. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Here we go.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch safety screen. 21. Safety screen.
They'll run it with Coleman. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Green 80. Good job right there. Watch out. 29 is the mic. Mike 29.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. D Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And an alley to run. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 4th down, here's Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 29. Hey, watch the ball.
Wilson being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Wilson. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Steps, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Open space inside the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert. 62 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what they're offering.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
95.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
19.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. D Ford getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now it's Wilson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Let's get off the field, Steve. Let's get off the field.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 29. Hey, 0. is the Mike. Mike 29.
Wilson to throw again. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Check four.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
29 is the Mike.
Listen.
On first down, Procise. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, here's Coleman. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
11.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 66 yards, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great error. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
29 is the mic.
One foot.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Mike 29. 29 is Mike. Mike 29.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
This is pro size on the carry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check tight. Check tight. 29. Gun. 29. Come off the ball. Hard.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
29 is a Mike. Mike 20. Left pass. Hey, watch the ball. 29 is a Mike. Mike. Go. 4 down. Switch up.
And here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go, D.
2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man. Complete. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180. Check three.
Now Mostert. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Tight end right. Hey. You got three. Three down.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So that'll back him up 5.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I can't believe they even let you play. 29 is the Mike 29. I'm going to run you over. Further. Mike 29. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. One last shot for Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Seattle, so long.